So I have to be kind of quiet because I got people here. But yeah. So if you didn't know, Grafton, which is a game development publisher and studio and etc., has pretty much been in the news very recently lately with their recent acquisition of Tango GameWorks from Microsoft, and recently signed a deal with Pocket Pair to bring Palworld to mobile. So here's some details. Yes, and here's what I also said. What about Tango's other projects? What with did Krafton feel these games, Ghostwire Tokyo and The Evil Within, help justify the studio's acquisition? And practically what he said was, we have not acquired those IPs from Microsoft. And they're mainly just concentrating on trying to acquire Hi-Fi Rush. He said that he didn't. They said that they didn't want to push it too far with Microsoft. So what this means is, while Krafton now owns Tango Studios and could potentially own the Hi-Fi Rush IP very soon, it looks like Ghostwire Tokyo and The Evil Within will stay with Microsoft, which means probably no sequel to those fantastic games. And here's what was also said, in terms of the team integration, it's not a typical acquisition case, which is like, and then with other parts of this, in terms of team integration, it's not a typical acquisition case. They've already shut down the studio, so we hired back everybody. It was more like a migration to, and here's what else was said. In terms of team integration, it's not a typical acquisition case. They've already shut down the studio, so we hired back everyone. It was more like a migration to Krafton from ZeniMax. So there wasn't an upfront acquisition case cost in regards to the team transfer. But when it comes to IP acquisition, we are still in discussions with Microsoft. So they haven't even actually acquired back the IP. Grifton has said it would continue developing the Hi-Fi Rush IP and explore future projects. Hi-Fi Rush 2, when we first met them, they want to make sure it surpasses the expectations of the existing fans. Some of the feedback about Hi-Fi Rush was that some people want to give a more open world type of experience. So that's a lot of the news. Pretty much what was confirmed. Hi-Fi Rush 2 seems to still be in the development and was in development. Hi-Fi Rush DLC was in development. Krifton has not acquired Ghostwire Tokyo or The Evil Within. They were working on an Evil Within anniversary update, and they're apparently still in talks of acquiring Hi-Fi Rush from Microsoft. And it not being a traditional acquisition pretty much means they didn't really acquire the studio. They just bought the studio, and then, they bought the studio that they were housing in, and then just rehired all of their previous employees. That seems like what has pretty much happened, which isn't typically how they go around acquisitions. But let's be real here, with how greedy Microsoft is, you probably would have never seen them actually sell Tango GameWorks to Grifton. It just wouldn't have happened. And I don't even know if they'll actually sell the Hi-Fi Rush IP back. We don't know. That's not confirmed. All we know is the studio's safe. We don't know if they're ever going to get Hi-Fi Rush back. Maybe Microsoft is really greedy and they say no. Hopefully, it's a situation where they say yes, because I loved Hi-Fi Rush. It was fucking amazing, and I really want to see a Hi-Fi Rush 2. And there was one more thing that was also mentioned. They were talking about potentially bringing the game to Nintendo Switch, which would be interesting, and I could definitely see it working. And I have to say, I don't know why the game never came to the Switch in the first place. No reason, there's no reason why they didn't. It could graphically work on the Switch. It's just very, very weird. But yeah, and then going on to the other information about Grifton, it was also revealed that Grifton has signed an agreement with Palworld developers Pocket Pair to bring Palworld to mobile. And here's the announcement. The announcement comes from Grifton press release, which reveals that the company has signed a licensing agreement for the intellectual property IP of Palworld. The announcement reads that through the contract, Grifton will expand the Palworld IP to the mobile platforms. It plans to faithfully reprint and implement the original's main fun elements to fit the mobile the environment. The project will be handled by the developer of the team of PUBG Studios, a creative studio under Grifton. What this means is the people who did PUBG Mobile will be doing the PC port. The mobile port for Palworld, which is cool. I definitely want to see Palworld be expanded to more platforms. Recently, it just came to PS5 back in September, so it's very, very interesting news. A lot of Grifton news. Don't know why, they've just been in the news a lot recently, and I just want to say the reason why I haven't uploaded at all in so past 4 days, I've been really slow, is because I got sick. so I couldn't do anything. And I also want to say this comes from Tom Henderson in Inside Gaming, and the other article comes from whereas I actually can't find the other article, but I believe it was also Inside Gaming. So keep you updated as more news comes out, and all good. Enjoy.